Sing, just sing. What is that thing that helps our voice work better? How do we have enough power to keep holding a long note? How can our vocal folds keep vibrating for such a long time? The answer is inertance. That is the scientific term for what we can basically call a good acoustic energy or a good use of it, and I like to call it air dance. In this tutorial, I want to show you how air turns into acoustic energy. What is this acoustic energy and why is it so important to use it well? So if you didn't watch my video about formants and harmonics, I would suggest you go through that video before diving into this one. If you did watch it and you remember my analogy to the Mario brothers, then let me tell you that inertance is basically more points in the game. If Mario was playing well, he has more power to go, more points, more acoustic energy. But what is acoustic energy? Well, you could say that the sound we are creating in our voice is like electricity. And it is definitely a form of energy similar to what we use turning the light bulb at home. So inertance is similar to electricity. It can give us more power. So far, we understand that concept. Plus, we know it's good for us. That means we should want to have more inertance. And the honest truth is that sometimes we waste some of it. And that is a real shame. Now put your thinking caps on. If I blow air out, I get air flow. Something is pushing the air forward, therefore it is moving. So if I were one air particle, I'd probably be running in the direction I was pushed to. Now, when we sing, the air is flowing out of our lungs. It is being pushed, but it can't just flow out because it meets the vocal folds. The vocal folds change the movement of the air. They interrupt the flow and only allow bursts of air to come out, which means that once the air has made it past the vocal folds, it is no longer flowing out. It is starting to dance. So again, if I were the air particle, I would not be running at this point. I will start moving back and forth and dance. This is what I call air dance. This is when air turns into acoustic energy. This air dance term is something I totally made up. So while I love this concept, don't go saying it to other professionals or doctors if it's a known term, but you can use it, well, with me. So air dance implies that acoustic energy is still air, but the air is acting differently than it would normally. Think about a huge stadium in a football game and the fans decide to create a wave. It might look like a huge wave is moving in a certain direction, but all the people in the audience are actually remaining in their seats. They are just doing one movement synchronized with everyone else. This is exactly the way a sound wave is moving, thanks to many air particles doing their little dance. So when this wonderful dance is happening in our throat, we need to make sure it all stays synchronized so we won't lose out on any of this energy. We can lose the energy when we go back to airflow, meaning we start pushing the air out and not allowing it to dance inside anymore. Think about classical singers who perform in front of thousands of people with no amplification. You don't see them open wide and letting all the air escape. It's the opposite. They are using the energy inside to get more power. If we use this inertance, this air dance well, it will not only be easier for us to sing and get more power in any style we want, it will also help the vocal folds keep doing what they need to do without damage. The vocal folds need this energy, So if you learn a good technique that will help you get less effort from your singing, you are probably using inertance.